Hi and welcome back. As with all the videos, I'm always excited to share with you when a new piece of inventory arrives, and this is no exception. What I really like about the Explorers, and this one in particular, is that we equipped it with the M2 112 chassis. So this motorhome has 470 horsepower and 1,650 foot-pounds of torque in a really compact package. So the Explorer has the lowest overall roof height of any RV that we offer. So it's really low, it's slippery as it cuts through the air, so it gets great fuel mileage, but probably the biggest feature of it is the turning range on it. You know, this thing has a full 60-degree wheel cut on it. So I would tell anybody, if I was driving this Explorer, if I could put a pickup in there, I can put this motorhome in there. It turns and maneuvers that easy. With the low roof height, you're not hitting tree limbs and stuff as you're driving, and it's just a fantastic coach. It even just gets better and better as we enter the coach, and you see some of the incredible upgrades that we've done to this coach. Well, here we go. Let's go ahead and start our journey inside this coach. And we're gonna stop here for just a little bit and talk about the tiled entryway on this coach. As you'll notice, it has a nice boot step on the bottom shelf so you can take your shoes off. You can see it's tiled all the way around. It even has LED lights on the side that illuminate the entryway when you're coming in and out at night. The entrance on this coach just really makes a statement as you begin to enter inside the coach. This is absolute true luxury. Now as we move inside the coach, you can see that Renegade installed the Radius RV entry door on it. Has coat hooks over the top of the doorway so you can hang your coats up and water will drip down onto the stairwell. This is something we request on every coach that we can get it on. We just think it's a great feature to be able to come in, turn around, hang your coat up. You'll also notice as we pan around, they've done a nice job of giving you a little shelf here on the right hand side where you can set car keys or little incidentals, so if you set them in there you don't have to climb in and out of the coach to get them. Here's a quick shot of the Carefree awning controller. This does have a wireless remote control as well to turn it on and off. They also Frenched in the fire extinguisher here. This is another quick shot showing the battery disconnect, so as you walk out of the RV, you can, when you're outside, you can just reach in and shut the master power off if you want. Now as we pan around into the kitchen, we're gonna start the tour over on the cabinet side. And boy, this coach is just beautiful and elegant. As I've said before, you know, these cabinets are made by true Amish craftsmen. They're made out of solid maple hardwood. They're just a phenomenally well-built cabinet. This is the one thing, as soon as somebody comes in one of these Renegades and they start pulling on the cabinet doors, that they just go, wow, this thing is incredibly well built. You'll see all of the drawers have dovetail construction on them. All of the door closures, or the drawers, are full-length slides with soft close features on them, so the drawers self-close. Really nice feature, as nice as you could expect in any custom-built home. The fit and finish, the stain on the inside, it's just throughout this coach. And that's really the difference when you buy a custom coach is, you know, you're buying a coach from a craftsman that, you know, that really has a lot of pride in what they do. You'll also notice there's extra outlets inside the cabinets. And now we're gonna move over to the kitchen sink, and a nice little feature is you'll notice there's lights right above the sink. And I really like on this coach, we had Renegade install the standard rocker switches, so it's real easy to reach up and turn a light on or off. This is a full-size, deep stainless steel residential sink. It also has a residential water faucet on it with a pull-out sprayer on it. Just makes all the difference having a nice large sink that you can put large pots and pans in it, and it just makes things so much more enjoyable. Here you can see the full-size Samsung microwave in this motorhome. This is a residential style microwave with convection cooking. As I've said before, you know, my wife and I have this in our Renegade and we like it so much we actually installed one in our home. We just really like the way these things cook. Now we're gonna move down and look at the cooktop. So we've started going away from the gas stoves and installing the true induction cooktop. One reason is that it really helps with the counter space. When you're not cooking on that, you can utilize the whole counter space. But the other reason that we're using it is that we just like the way it cooks. It doesn't get hot until you stick a metallic pan on there, and then the magnets activate on it, and then it heats up really quick, and we're just really impressed with the way this thing cooks. I also want you to look up here towards the light underneath the microwave. This has vents in it that suck the exhaust or the cooking fumes and exit them outside of the coach. Also see on the wall there up in the tiled backsplash, we've had Renegade take the backsplash all the way up to the top of the microwave, and we installed 2 110 outlets, so you'd have extra, if you want to run coffee pots and toasters and charge your cell phone, we wanted you to have some extra electrical power there. As we start to pan around, I hope you can really see just how beautiful this coach is on the interior. Now we're gonna give you a peek at the 18 cubic foot residential refrigerator and freezer in this coach. As you can see, this is exactly like one you would find in your home. There's lots of storage in the main part of it, on the doors, as well as a nice freezer in the bottom. Renegade's installed a real nice door latch here so your door latches don't come open as you're driving down the road. Now we're going to move over to the Hutch fireplace area, and as you can see, I think it's very elegantly done. One thing we did different on this coach is we had glass installed in the upper cabinet doors, so if you wanted to put any knickknacks up in there, and not only does it look nice, I think it really helps to open up the coach and make it look a little bit bigger. We also installed a 32-inch LCD smart TV. This is a nice place if you want to hook your laptop up to it. You could use it as a second monitor. We also installed USB outlets and 110 chargers so you can charge your cell phone there. We've also connected this TV to the satellite and the DVD player so you can play 2 TVs at once, or you can have, as I said, one of them hooked up to your laptop, or this is another place if you have kids, they can be playing Xbox on this TV while you're watching the other one. We really wanted to give you, lots of different options with it. Now as we move down into the hutch, you can see we've installed this beautiful electric fireplace, and the people that we've been doing this for absolutely love this fireplace. What's so nice about it is if it's in the summer in the evening and you just want the ambiance, you can switch it to where it just glows the embers and no heat comes out. If it's a fall evening and you don't want to run the furnace, you can just switch this to heat and you'll put off electrical heat. I just can't say enough good about this. Here you can see here's the controls for it. It's very easy, very intuitive to operate. It also has a remote control with it as well. As you can see, as we pan around, outlets are very important to us. We've even mounted an additional outlet down here at the base by the fireplace. Just wanted to give you lots of options so you're always within reach of an outlet. Now we're going to move over to the dining room and living room area. And as you can see, we've equipped this coach with the flex steel dinette. But also note that we deleted the cabinets over the top of the windows so we could put a larger picture window in. We ordered this particular RV with a picture window in it without any slide mechanism in it. So while this window doesn't open, it does give you a beautiful picture view of the outside. And I just think it really opens up the motorhome. The people that we've done this for have all reported back that they absolutely love this feature, so we're really pleased to offer it in this coach. As we pan around, you can see the woodwork in the drink holder, the beautiful woodwork around the windows. You'll notice that this dinette has slide-out drawers underneath it. You can see we've installed a 110 outlet underneath the dinette table. We've also had them put USB chargers because I know how everybody wants to stay connected to their cell phone or their iPad or their tablets. So again, putting outlets everywhere we think you could possibly want one. That's the difference between a generic motorhome and a custom-built coach. In a generic motorhome, they put just enough outlets in to kind of satisfy customers' wants and needs. And in our Renegade coaches, we install more outlets than you'd ever want because we're trying to exceed your expectations, not just meet your expectations. Now as we move over into the sofa, the living room area, it's real interesting to me. When I first started looking for RVs, me and my wife would go to RV shows and sit down and we're like, wow, this is really neat. And then we bought our first one, and then you sit down in the sofa and it takes about an hour and you realize, wow, this isn't very comfortable. It's very easy to get caught up in the moment when you're first sitting down. But the reality is you're going to spend a lot of time in here. And so the furniture, it just has to be the utmost of comfort if you're really going to enjoy your RV experience. With this coach, we've used the upgraded ultra leather fabric, and it is absolutely soft and supple. It's really cool on your back. You don't stick to it, yet it's still supple and warm if you want to stretch out on it. This coach has a full air mattress, but it isn't just having an air mattress that I want to point out. I want to point out the distance from the front of the bed to the cabinet. So in the evening, if you have kids sleeping there and you want to go outside and walk the dog, you're going to be able to go down between the cabinets and the end of the bed and exit without interrupting the kids' sleep. Another important thing you'll see, we have 3 sets of seat belts in here, so you can comfortably bring 3 kids with you or 3 adults. They've got seat belts underneath the seats. Also point out that when you're sitting in the sofa, you're in direct line with the TV that we've installed over the entry door so that the viewing angle is comfortable, so your neck doesn't get a kink in it because you're trying to look at an awkward angle to enjoy the TV. Beautiful overhead storage compartments up here, lots of nice areas to store things. You'll also notice the little cabinet door off to the end. That's something that Renegade didn't have to do, but they chose to because it's just another nice access point to put large things in. If you want to store something long, you get the whole length of that. Like you want to put a snow ski up there or a fishing pole. As you can see, the beautiful wall sconces. Here's a 110 outlet beside the sofa. You can see the LED lights along the flooring, lots of LED lights. This coach also has home theater system with in-roof ceiling speakers. It has ducted air conditioning vents on the top, padded walls. It's just a beautiful, elegant coach. A lot of people call us and say, they really want to go short. And we can build shorter motorhomes, but once you drive this thing at 40 foot and you see how easy it is to turn and maneuver and all the comforts that we've installed in it, I think you're going to be quite impressed, especially when you go into the bathroom. It's actually hard for us to even film it because it's so bright and light in there. There's a beautiful skylight over the top of the shower, so you have lots of room. As I mentioned before, I'm a 6-foot guy, 200 and some odd pounds, and I fit nicely in this shower. It's got a place for the ladies to sit down in the corner there. Just a really well-built and well-thought-out, elegant-looking shower, as you can see here from the video. Now, as we move over to the vanity, I want to talk to you a little bit about some of the things that we did here. So, obviously, the first thing you can see that we did when we designed this is we did install a vessel bowl sink. And part of the reason we did a vessel bowl in here is because it makes the counter larger. You'll notice that you can put things underneath the vessel bowl so that it really makes a better utilization of the vanity and counter. I hope that makes sense to you. I just want you to know an awful lot of thought went into, how we felt we should lay out this bathroom. Another neat feature we're doing here is we're requesting that Renegade does slide out drawers in these vanities so that you have a place for your hairbrush and your incidentals that you can put into that. There's a residential style faucet in here. It's very elegant, but yet still contemporary looking on this coach. I think it works very well. Now, as we move up to the medicine cabinet, you can see that there's lots of room in here to store toothbrush, shaving cream, and all that. There's not a lot I can say about this other than just kind of look at the craftsmanship of the entirety of the bathroom here. It's just spectacular. Now we're going to move over to the washer-dryer combo. And the reason we did an all-in-one washer-dryer is that, with the new designs of these, they're becoming a lot more efficient and they work a lot better. In the floor plan that we chose on this coach to really maximize the floor space, we wanted to give you an extra linen closet, so we chose to use the area above the washer and dryer for your linens. You'll also notice that there's a bar in there, so you can easily take them shelves out if you want to hang shirts and stuff in there. It's just a real well thought out design, and we've been very happy with it. Our customers have been very happy with this type of design, so we've been staying with it on this style of coach. Now, as we enter the toilet room, again, you'll notice the craftsmanship in here. You can see this has a full porcelain macerator toilet in it. Again, we're big fans of it. It uses the electric flush, and it emulsifies the waste products so that you can use regular toilet paper in this coach. It also has a water saver feature on it. What I really like about it is when you're traveling, you just touch both of the control buttons at the same time and it drains the water out of the bowl. So as you're driving down the road, you don't have water sloshing back and forth. Again, I think it's just a real well thought out usage of space, as well as being very functional. Now as we enter the bedroom area, I'm very proud of this. There's unbelievable amounts of storage space in this motorhome. I'm gonna do my best to walk slowly through it. We'll start out as we're panning around, just giving you an overall look of what the bedroom looks like. It's really hard when we're using the camera to really portray what the size and the scope of everything, so I kind of got to do it with words. As you can see here, there's a beautiful bed. We use the ortho rest bed on it so that you have the memory foam on it. You'll also see that there's windows on the slide out so you can get some cross ventilation on it. There's a real nice nightstand on each side of the bed, so each of you can put your water bottles there, or have the TV remote there. Lots of different lighting elements on this RV so that, you know, you can really set the mood or the ambiance that you're most looking for in your coach. Everything's very accessible. You can see Renegade put the slide outs right here up on the wall so they're easy to reach. You'll also notice on the front side of the bed, you have a 110 outlet with the generator start button, so you can start the generator in bed. There's also an outlet on the other side, so each of you again have a place to charge your cell phones. Now we're going to begin to pan around and walk you through all of the cabinets and all of the storage space on this coach. Another thing to point out as we pan around and you start looking at the craftsmanship, you'll notice that Renegade stains all the way to the back of the drawers. We've installed lights inside the closets so that you can see. We've done cedar lining in there to give you that nice look and that wonderful smell that everybody likes about cedar. As we move over to the wardrobe slide, this was custom designed by us here at IWS. We wanted to give you a nice counter space between the cabinets where you could put your watch, your wallet, things like that. We also give you another, believe it or not, another 110 outlet. So if you want to charge your phone, it's right there. We also had Renegade cedar line both of these closets. Also installed lights inside of them, so when you open up the cabinet doors, you can see inside of them. We just worked so hard at including all of these little elements so we can continue to over-deliver. Even when you look at where the DVD player is, we've installed wire mesh over the door instead of glass. And the reason we've done that is to allow heat to get out of the cabinet area so that your components aren't overheating. Another neat thing is the pocket door right there. Renegade uses rare earth magnets to hold the pocket door open. You know, you don't have that cheesy little strap that comes around that all of us forget to snap when we're driving down the road and the door flies open. With them rare earth magnets, it just holds the pocket door in. Just fantastic. Now we're going to move up and talk a little bit about the driver's compartment and what you can see here. As you can see over the driver's head, we have a storage compartment. And believe it or not, yes, once again, we've installed another 110 outlet in there. The reason we did that is it's a great place to charge a satellite telephone or things like that. Now as we go around into the overhead compartment or the command center, I'm going to go through it fairly quick, as I think most of you that have been following our videos have a real good understanding of what's going on in here. I also want to point out, if you were to buy this motorhome from us, you would receive our IWS Advantage package. And with our Advantage package, we give you a video that we've made of how to use each one of these components. These videos are not published. They're very exclusive to our customers only. So if you get out on the road and you can't remember how to program the air conditioner, you can just watch our short 4 or 5 minute video that we've created on how to run the air conditioner. Or if you can't remember how to start the generator, we have a quick video that shows you how to start the generator. And then above that, if all of that fails, you have our phone number that we manage 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, just for our customers. So we don't share that number with anybody else but our customers, to give them exclusivity, because this is a luxury coach and you deserve luxury service. Now enough with that, I'm going to talk to you about all the controls. The first control is the generator start button. It's very easy to use. You just hold the button in and the generator will start. Then the next control panel, we've installed solar panels on the roof of this, and this control panel here is where you can monitor the incoming voltage on it. A lot of times Renegade will mount them underneath the coach in a storage compartment, and we've asked them to move them up here to make more of a command center, so everything's really within your control and sight. Now you'll see the slide out rims is where you can turn on the water pump, the compartment lights, the water heaters, and you can control all of that here. You can also touch a button and it'll tell you whether your storage tanks are full or how much propane you have on board. All of that's monitored right here. Then we have the automatic leveling jacks control. When you level this coach, it's as simple as turning the key off and hitting the auto level button, and then it takes about 2 to 3 minutes and the coach will completely level itself automatically. Very simple, very intuitive to use. Next, we have the air conditioning controls mounted right here. Then we have the automatic generator start feature, and this thing can seem a little intimidating, but again, with our IWS Advantage package, we have the video that walks you through all of that. Just to quickly understand what we can do with this is we can program your coach to automatically start the generator, say, tell it to turn off at 10 in the evening and restart at 6 in the morning. We can tell the generator to only come on when the inside of the coach gets above 80 degrees. We can tell the generator to only start when the battery voltage gets below 11 volts. There's just tons of things that we can do through this auto gen start feature that aren't available on a lot of standard motorhomes. Hopefully that was enough of an overview. Again, if you have any questions, give us a call or come by and see us. We'd be glad to walk you through all of these features. Now we're going to move over to the component side, and as you can see, this has an Onkyo stereo system in it, has the Winegard Traveler satellite system on it. I want to just touch on that for just a minute. When you buy a normal in-motion satellite system, it'll typically only lock onto one satellite at a time, so it doesn't pick up HD, so you can't use a DVR on it. So we've opted to go with the Winegard Traveler, which we feel is the best satellite system out there. It's what I put on my own personal coach. When you stop and you power it up, it actually unfolds from the roof of the RV. You have a large satellite dish, and then it'll lock onto at least 3 different satellites. What's neat about that is now you get your TV in not only HD, but you can use a DVR recorder on it. So what we do in our coach is we pre-record a bunch of TV shows, and then as we're driving down the road, the kids can play them back off the DVR, and we really like that feature. I just want to keep pointing out that we're trying to use the absolute best stuff that we can. Now we're going to move around into the driver's compartment, and I'm just going to kind of talk, but in no particular order. We've equipped it with just about every option that we've learned from all of our years in building tow trucks for people that are out on the road 24 hours a day making their living. And we've tried to bring all of those elements into this chassis. And as I mentioned earlier, this is the Freightliner M2 112 chassis. It has the Detroit DD13 engine in it, which allows it to have a full engine brake on it. It has air trailer brakes on the back, 6-speed Allison automatic transmission, power windows, power door locks, power mirrors. It's got an air dump valve on it. It's got a locking rear differential on it, fog lamps on it, air parking brake. It's just loaded with incredible amounts of amenities. And one of the things that we hear back from customers why they really like the M2 chassis is, as you'll notice right here, if it's a husband and wife, you're sitting very close together, so as you're driving down the road, you can have a nice conversation with one another without having to yell back and forth. On a Class A, you might be sitting another 18 to 20 inches apart. You're sitting way out over the wheel wells. A lot of people, especially in the passenger seat, they feel like they're falling off the road all the time. My wife always said she felt like she was in a giant fishbowl with the big panoramic window. But when you drive one of these, it's just like driving a pickup. On a Class A, the mirrors tend to sit out in front of you, where on this Freightliner M2, the mirrors are to the side of you, just like they are in a pickup. So backing up is a lot more natural. Having that hood out there lets you kind of know where you are when you're making a turn. Another thing that we've been doing here for the last few years is upgrading the stereo system. We've been installing Alpine subwoofers. We change out all the speakers inside the cab and install Alpine, which we feel is the best out there right now. We've also installed a larger monitor, so you get a big touchscreen stereo system, but you get a large rear view backup camera monitor on it instead of the little ones that come with them. Another neat thing that Renegade this year did on the Freightliners is started using the factory Freightliner seats, and we think this is just a fantastic idea. As you can see, the seat has tons of functions. There's air up and down, there's lumbar support, there's a shock absorber to control the rate at which the seat bounces up and down. Great armrest on them. Again, these seats were made for people that are going to drive these things for hundreds of thousands of miles, and we just think it's just a really intelligent thing to do to use these seats in this particular coach. Well, now we're down to the grand finale of the interior of this coach, and you know, again, I feel like I drone on and on, but I'm trying to do my absolute best to make you an informed purchaser. You know, when you spend this much money on a motorhome, you dang sure should get what you want. But more importantly, you should really enjoy the experience and not feel pressured or that you're being pushed in any way. And our videos are one way to kind of let you know that's how we roll here at IWS. You know, we're going to take our time with you, make sure you know all the ins and outs of it, and really try to make this, you know, a true experience for you, especially those of you that have worked hard all of your life and have been dreaming of this time when you get to get your motorhome and you're going to go see the world, and we just want to be a part of that experience and make sure you just enjoy it every step of the way. So from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank you for spending a little time with us today, and I hope to have you stop by and visit us sometime soon. Thanks a lot.